Hi, I'm Jennifer with Only in Sedona Yoga. This is just a bonus spontaneous Labor Day flow. For those of you tuning in from the United States, Labor Day is a holiday here in our country. There's a lot I could say about that, but instead, just going to allow myself to process my thoughts and feelings by talking to my mat, and I invite you to join me. So let's get started. Just take a comfortable seat. However that may be, you may wish to kneel. You may wish to take an easy Sukhasana and just turn your awareness to your breath. There's no need to try to change it at this point. Just become aware of your inhales and exhales. You may find that the mere act of awareness itself helps you slow down your inhales and exhales. Just take a few moments to check in with where you are. Practicing that detachment. Where are you at physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually? Just observe as if you were a scientist taking notes and then turning to a fresh page. Remaining mindful throughout your practice and checking in with yourself periodically. Take one or two more deep cleansing breaths here as you come home to yourself. And in your own time, as you feel inspired to do so, start to warm up that back and work a little spinal mobility, stirring your torso like you were stirring a pot of soup. Feel free to close your eyes. Please feel free to use any comfy props you would like throughout our flow. It will be all seated and lying down, restorative style yoga, slow and gentle. Your goal is not so much to gain flexibility as it is to gain awareness of yourself, check in with yourself, and let the healing medicine of mindfulness and gentle movement do the work. Sit up nice and tall. Place your hands behind you to help you elongate that spine. And then take a nice deep breath, inhaling overhead. And as you exhale, rotate those wrists, stretch those fingers out. Take your time as you come into a gentle twist. Taking your time, breathing into the twist. Taking one or two more breaths here before deepening this twist just a bit. This front leg, bring it up. Slide the leg further underneath and let that leg or that arm serve as a second spine. Lift up, give this knee a hug, and take a gentle twist once again. One more breath. And as you gently release, just switch the direction of the cross of your legs. Take a moment to recenter yourself, and then just start moving the other way. Limbering up that spine. And remember, please, if your poses do not look exactly like mine, that's okay. I will try to show you several variations. But this is your time to tune into your body and give it what it needs, which may look different for you than it does for me, and that's okay. Please allow yourself, give yourself that permission to move in a way that is safe, natural, and healthy for your beautiful, unique body. Sit up tall, and let's just deepen that by once again bringing the leg that's in front up, crossing it over, form a second spine, lift up, and take a nice twist here. Take another breath. And changing direction or changing the angle of this stretch just a bit. Let that leg come forward again. Straighten those arms behind you. Take a deep breath, inhale. Play with the opening of those hands, those wrists, as you get that twist to the other side. One more breath here. And coming out, coming to all fours. To work through the dorsal and frontal planes with some cat-cows. Uniting your breath and body. Inhaling as you sink to cow. And exhaling as you round to cat. Mindfully tuning in to all those tiny muscles lining your spine. And also all those muscles between your ribs. Give me one or two more as you move with your breath, please. And then take this up into your cat. Hold it here in cat. Take a few breaths. When you feel so inspired, change this into a barrel roll by shifting your weight to the side, dipping down to the other side, and up. Exploring all the dimensions of spinal mobility here. And please move gently. There's no need to exaggerate the movement. Listening to your body's cues. Sometimes in our pursuit of our daily labor, we fail to listen to our body's cues. And I'd like us to get out of that mindset as a society and back into listening to ourselves, or at least taking a little time to do so. And with that said, let's go into yin style sphinx. You may wish to hug a bolster to your belly. I like to tuck mine just below my hips, coming onto my elbow. If you feel so inspired, you might take it up to seal. Otherwise, just take a few breaths here. Because the truth of the matter is, you are more productive when you take the time to care for your health. And that includes your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. Many a careless mistake that takes a lot of time to fix has occurred when people were in a rush, too much of a hurry, and it's at times like these that you really see the value of mindfulness, of taking a thoughtful approach to what you do, and often doing it right the first time is much faster than doing it poorly the first time and having to redo it. Some things to keep in mind. Take one or two more breaths here in your sphinx. We're just going to play with a quadricep stretch from here. You can hug your bolster if you have one. And just reach back with the opposite arm. Grab one leg. Tune into the stretch in the front of the thigh. Take a few breaths. This is a good alternative if half saddle does not work for your body. You can always take this variation. Take one more breath. And then just release and take your time switching sides. And just take another breath or two here, please. And coming out of this one, take your time transitioning into a nice wide-legged child's pose. I'm going to keep my bolster. You might choose to use one or not. We'll be here for about a minute. You can also introduce movement by walking your hands side to side if you wish. If you have your head to one side, you may wish to turn it to the other side. Take another breath here. And then gently make your way to a wide leg seated position. And you can be quite creative here. First of all, when you take your legs out, don't spread them too wide. Just wide enough that you start to feel the opening in the inner thigh. You should be able to sit tall. We are going to be folding into it. You can stack pillows if you want to rest your head, or whatever variation you wish, blocks, bolsters, whatever feels right. If you'd like to introduce gentle movement, perhaps walking the stretch side to side, that's an option. You can take only if you wish. You don't have to. Take a few more breaths here in your wide leg forward fold. And then take your time coming out of this one. Bringing the legs in, maybe assist. Use your hand. Perhaps windshield wiper a bit as you tune into the effects of that movement. Checking in with yourself throughout the flow. Moving from your inner thighs to your outer thighs. Coming into a fire log, but if fire log is too intense, if you don't like stacking the legs, just take an easy Sukhasana seat. You can open the hips by gently leaning forward. We are going to be adding an arm pose to this. So if you are in fire log, find that first. And then open up wide. Open your chest, open your heart. Whatever leg is on top, that arm comes out and crosses underneath the other arm to come into eagle arms. Hold here, opening through the upper back, opening through the hips. If you feel inclined to dip forward, you can. You don't have to. Take another breath or two here. And be gentle with yourself as you come out of this one. Be gentle with yourself as you switch sides. Either taking an easy Sukhasana or fire log with the legs. You may feel plenty of hip opening right here. Same arm as the top leg comes out, crosses underneath into eagle arms. Feel free to stay here. Feel free to lean forward if you are called to do so. Take one or two more breaths here. And then slowly just make your way out of this one, taking your time. Coming into a kneeling position, just briefly. I'll turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. Just going to come up into a kneeling position and just take a double head. You can look up towards the ceiling, just stretching that chest, opening those shoulders in the opposite direction for a breath or two. Before releasing down and coming onto your sit bones, giving yourself room to go back. Rolling back here. We're going to reunite breath and body with some dynamic bridges. So bend your knees in, feet are flat. Inhale as you slowly peel yourself up, being mindful, tuning into the muscles that expand and contract as you move, and once more synchronizing your breath with your movement. Give me one or two more. And just allow yourself to come to rest. Check in with yourself once more. And then lift one leg up. Might want to use a strap here or a towel, blanket. You can have this leg, bottom leg out to the side, extended or bent. You can introduce movement into the upper leg or simply breathe into the opening of the hamstring. If you feel so inspired, you can take this to the side. You can reach for the toes. You can place your hand here. Keep your hip down. And when you're ready, bring that leg in, bending your bottom leg and crossing it over. Coming into a supine pigeon. If you're feeling enough stretch right here, please stay here. If you want, you can take it back. Just take one or two more breaths. And then moving into an IT band stretch for the opposite leg. Just let that bottom foot descend, but keep the top leg crossed. This knee is going to fall in the direction that it's pointing. Extend this arm. You're going to feel a good opening right through this thick band of connective tissue. You may wish to place a bolster under your knee to ease any pressure on your low back. Just give me one more breath here. Deep and full, checking in. Before returning to center, uncrossing your legs, taking a moment to realign your spine, and taking a breath or two before hitting that on the other side. Take another breath or two here. And if you wish, you can take this to the side. If you wish to stay upright, you can. One or two more breaths. And then bring this back in and across for your supine pigeon, staying here or lifting up and back. Take one or two more breaths. Before returning this bottom foot to the floor and allowing this knee to fall out to the side as the opposite arm goes the other way. Deep stretch through this thick band of connective tissue. One or two more breaths here. And then take your time coming out. Realign your spine. Take a breath. Few final cozy poses. You may wish to stack some pillows for this one. We're going to do a supported fish. You want to have the pillows right about under your mid-back, leaning back, and maybe allowing your arms to cactus or extend overhead. Take 1 or 2 more breaths here, please. And then take your time, rearranging your bolster, placing it beneath your knees, coming into Shavasana, and allow yourself to rest and absorb the effects of your practice here. Joining me for 10 long, slow, deep, silent breaths. As you gently bring yourself back from your deep, relaxed state, do so by wiggling your fingers and toes. Blink your eyes open, and perhaps remove your bolster and take a few gentle stretches or movements that feel natural. Rolling over onto your side, taking a breath or two here. Before slowly bringing yourself back up to a seated position. And taking a breath or two here. As you readjust to the world around you, but carry with you this sense of relaxation to pass on to others. Let's seal our practice, taking a deep breath, inhale, tapping our foreheads to remind us to be mindful of our thoughts, our lips for mindfulness of speech, and our hearts in gratitude for our practice. Thank you all, beautiful fellow yogis, for joining us this Labor Day or catching this live stream later. Our mission is to bring you free healing yoga. It helped me. I now wish to pass it on to help others. Please check out our websites, talktothemat.com and onlyinsedona.com. And if you are planning a Sedona vacation, maybe look for a quiet place near Sedona. If you're planning on camping, we are with Hip Camp here, and we'll be adding some more facilities as we go on. So our goal is to make this a healing, sustainable farm with mixed living areas and Just make it a very healing place. So we would love to see you visit. And that's it. Thanks for sharing part of your Labor Day with us. Bye.